Hello everybody, this is Jack and I just wanted to demo how to set up a demo website within the cPanel from Hostgator. And there are some tricks you want to know using Hostgator because it doesn't work as straightforward as my cPanel, and I think the cPanel should work. So the first thing you want to do is you want to search for the WordPress sign, and it's this website. So click on Get Started with WordPress. Then you see this quick install interface. I think if you search on quick install, you see something like this, quick install, and then you can also select WordPress. So there are multiple ways to find that WordPress install. Once you have done that, you click on continue, and then you select your domain name, like splash site design, and now we're going to install Plumber. The admin URL from Adrian, we enter that. The blog title can be something like local plumber. Then the admin URL, you use admin, or better you use something else like your first name. And then you can also, it is asking for your first name. Then you want to use something like your last name in the last name field. And now, so I have entered the subfolder name, the main domain. The email can be any email, doesn't need to be local Team Jack email at this point. The blog title, the admin user, how you log in with the username, your first name and your last name, and then you click on install now. So now what you want to do is copy and paste the login in a text file, and then you click on the URL, admin URL. Then you get to see the login of the WordPress site, and if you see it's a pretty long dirty URL. So if I click on login, this gets nice cleaned up, so I like that. And then what I typically do is I enter the username and password, and then I use RoboForm to save that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm logging in now. Then let me show you that the default website has been set up. You see this interface. Actually, this is still from another one. This is from the plumber. So if you go to plugins, let's see, where are plugins. So Hostgator is pretty, I don't know how you say it neatly, but they install all kind of shit as plugins, and that causes problems. So I will run into a problem, and then I will show you how to correct it. But if I would deactivate all those plugins, and I would then install the installer plugin, you would not have that problem. So click on Add New, Install Plugin, Upload Plugin, browse to your installer plugin, which you can download for the membership site. You click on Team Jack installer plugin, and click on open. And now install now. Briefly unavailable scheduled maintenance. Check back in a minute. You know, how do you say that? Kind of annoyed, Hostgator shit. So let me go back. Then you would say, Jack told me to deactivate those plugins. So let me do that. Install plugins. And now I activate, deactivate, deactivate, and deactivate. I try again the installer plugin, upload, browse, installer plugin, open, and install now. Okay, plugin installed successfully. That is actually pretty good. So, but I tried to do this the last time, and then it was told that the plugin folder already existed. So what I needed to do is I go back to the cPanel from Hostgator, back to cPanel. Then I go to File Manager, and I want to start at root. So click on Go. Then let me expand this a little bit. And then I said I have installed the plumber. And under WP content, you see plugins. And one of them is now the Team Jack downloader. Okay, so let me remove that, because if it hasn't been installed correctly and it says you already did it, it is the best way is to just delete this folder. Then I go back to the team and refresh this. You will see that installer plugin is moved. But important to know is before you install the installer plugin and before you upload a Team Jack niche, have all the plugins deactivated. Now I click on Add New, Upload Plugin, Browse, Installer Plugin, Install Now, Activate Plugin, then go to Team Jack Installer. You select your level, most of you have Enterprise, click on Submit. You go to Team Jack, and the first thing he's going to do is ask the license email. Let me try to find that for Adrian. Okay, so that's installed. Then I go to Settings. This was a plumber. Search on it. Plumbing. Import theme. And then when you look at it, you know, on the subdomain plumbing, the plumbing site has been installed. So, and so forth and so on. You can do this for multiple niches. We don't need that. So if you go to WordPress, then you see the symbol, you click on this. Then let me do another niche. continue. You want to make sure it's WordPress you install. Continue, and you see this is the main domain, and we do handyman, and enable auto updates. I don't know. You can do that. Admin email. Blog title, local handyman, admin username. He wanted to use his first name, and his last name. Okay, again I click it, install now, and also again, once it is done, you want to copy and paste the username and password. Okay, it gets emailed to you, but it's just so much handier to copy and paste this. You click on admin area. What was next step? You see this long URL, you click on login, and now it's cleaned up. You enter the username and the password, actually a random generated password by Hostgator. I like to save it. I use RoboForm, so click on login. So I'm going to do it like this. You see there are all kind of plugins installed again. I don't deactivate them. I know if I deactivate them, I know I don't run in problem, but I like to see you if it runs in the problem, what you can do. Upload plugin, browse, the installer plugin, install now, and now it's installed successfully. So let's see. Okay, so now it installed successfully. It varies from installation, very strange. Enterprise, Team Jack. It's going to ask for the license email, and now I go to settings, and this is the one for handyman. Okay, import theme. Take some time. Hostgator is not the fastest one. Okay, now let's check the website. And Handyman is installed on the subfolder of the domain. So now you have Handyman, and let me, what did I say? Plumber of plumbing, plumber. So that is just installed, and we did before electrician. You see, those are the three which we installed very quickly. So that doesn't take too much time, and you can do that over and over again via the cPanel. And if you run into a problem, like with those plugins installed, you want to go to the cPanel, click on File Manager, select the root domain, this public you expand the folder and assume, and actually I know that the roofer didn't go well. So let me go to the left. It works like in Windows. Click on that roofer and I delete that because there's nothing installed. You see that it's empty. If there was something installed, let's say, let me go back. Go back. If I go to quick install, and you see it's giving me the WordPress sites installed. If I want to delete that very quickly, I can go to quick install and delete one of them. So if something went wrong totally, you want to start over, you can just delete the total website. But let me only do the roofer. Okay, I have to go back again. File manager. Go. And roofer. Delete files. So now roofer is cleaned up. I go back to quick install or WordPress. And now I will go via quick install. I'm going to select WordPress. Then I want to install it. This is a roofer site. Admin email was blog title local roofer. Admin username Adrian. First name Adrian and the last name Dudley. Install now. Again, copy the URL, the username and password. Click on the URL. You see this? Clean up the URL. Click on login. Username Alien. Password. Again, I would store them in a password keeper. Login. And I hope Hostgator is running in a problem which I had the first time, so I can show you how to solve it. You see in the plugins, they install Jetpack and they install Supercast and all is activated. So let me add the new one, the installer plugin. Browse. Open. Install. See what happens. Install successfully, so that's good for you. Go to TeamJack installer. Select the level enterprise, click on submit. Now the TeamJack installed is successfully installed. Click on TeamJack. You see again the license screen, the license, enter the license from local TeamJack enterprise. You go to settings, and this one was about roofer. Submit, search I mean. Select by clicking on the logo, and now I install the roofer. Now besides the plumber, electrician, handyman, in those couple of minutes I already installed the fourth one, roofer. Okay, it takes some time. I think this is shared hosting, so you have to be a little bit patient. Then if I want to view it, I go to enter this in the URL, and here we go. The Rover installed. So this concludes installing on Hostgator with another cPanel than the one I use. Basically, it's all the same. You have to enter a subfolder name and copy and paste the username and password. If you run into a problem, to avoid running into a problem, it is better to deactivate all the plugins before you install the installer plugin, and also when you upload the new theme version. Okay, so you want to deactivate it. Then the chance that you run into a problem is much smaller. It can be still the zip file size needs to be larger than 150 megabyte. So if that is not the case, it can still go to a wide screen, and you have to contact your hoster to tell them that the zip file size needs to be larger than 150 megabyte. So that could also be a reason when you run into a problem. When you forgot to deactivate one of those plugins and you install the ThemeJack installer plugin again, then what you want to do is and it shows failed. You have to go back to cPanel to the file manager. You go to search in the public HTML your niche. Let's say it was plumber. Then under WP content you see a folder plugins, and then you will see the installer plugin. You select that and you click on the red X, and then you delete that. Okay, I hope this all makes sense and you are able to install local ThemeJack easily on a subfolder on your cPanel. Thank you so much.